Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. I sound like a newsreader, and welcome tonight to Woohoo Wednesday. But basically, I'm here to tell you it's not hump day, and if it is, make some changes. My name's Helen Bullen, and I am a business mentor. Previously, though, I've had other businesses, bricks and mortar businesses, online businesses. I'm now just having a second thought, have I left the alarm on my phone? So if I cut off for a second, that's me thinking, oh, the snooze button may go on in a minute. Not that I've only just got up to remind me to do this live. But basically, I've been through lots of things. I've got online courses. I've written books. I've got my third book. In fact, it's my fourth book coming out. I am literally, here's a little sneak preview, literally sitting here editing a draft or creating a draft, I should say, making it look beautiful. And for some reason this morning, I'm talking at 100 miles an hour and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Good morning. If you'd never met me before, you'd be like, who is this? Well, I'm a business mentor because I've spent years running my own businesses, and I was an osteopath for a while, for 24 years, I think it was, running my own clinics. I've also got online businesses. I've got online courses. I've written 3 books. I now mentor. I have the HBclub. I have the HB Inspired. HBclub is my business group. HB Inspired is my mastermind. HB Retreats are my business retreats that I take. And I also have the HB box, and I'm soon to be doing in-person events, which will have an HB on the front of it. So good morning. How are you? Is it a Woohoo Wednesday for you? If it is, stick a woohoo in. Now, this was coined years ago. I've been doing these lives for a long time. And I was saying, well, Wednesday shouldn't be a hump day. It really annoys me that everybody says Wednesday's a hump day. You know, rush your way through to Friday. And then Sunday afternoon, you think, oh, God, I've got to go back to work on Monday. Change something, all right? Especially in the world that I am in, which is working with small business owners, is you have choice, okay? There should be some huge advantages for running your own business. Number 1, take as many holidays as you can. You should certainly have more holidays than somebody who's employed. Number 2, you should be able to build a business that suits you. I am flying off this time next week. In fact, this time next week, I will be doing my live, and I'll be in a hotel room, and I'll be in the Caribbean, but I will still be able to do it because I've created a business now that I can travel with. I don't feel sorry for myself that I've got to work. I feel privileged that I can work wherever I want to. So build a business you want. Don't stick for hump day. Do not settle, all right? Now, it may mean that you've got a mortgage to pay and you've got bills to pay. I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, still wearing the T-shirt. So you can't just jump quite often and just do what you want to do. But for most people, they can build a side hustle. For most people, they can build up a nest egg that when they want to go out on their own, they can. For some people, work and have a self-employed job. You can do 2 things at the same time if you want to. You could work part-time. You can have your own business as well. I think there's a lot of rules that are out there for business owners that we have to work a certain way. You have probably felt them if you're a business owner. You've got to make this amount of money. You've got to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, you're going to, pass away of a violent death, all that sort of stuff. Make your own rules. But have a think, first of all, what do you want out of life? So if that's money, if that's time, if that's experiences, what do you want? And then build a business that provides for that. It is actually pretty simple to set out what you want to do. Now, building a business isn't necessarily simple, but you can do it if you take the time to work out what you want and build on what you want. And I've done that throughout my career. And I also don't believe you have to stay in one genre all the time. I've proved it. I was an osteopath for 24, 25 years. Before that, I did massage. I've worked for myself probably 26, 27 years. And I've done many things. Some people don't know, I was a farmer's wife at one point. I've since remarried and not in that world, but I can lamb a sheep, I can milk a cow. Who knew? It's not a career I want to go into, but I don't believe that you have to stay stuck in one thing or that you can't evolve your business and change your business. And I love working with business owners when they say, I've got a new idea, or I don't quite like doing this. Somebody I spoke to the other day was mentoring people online. I can't remember what therapy they were doing. And they said to me, I just don't like doing it. I said, well, is it you don't like doing it? And they said, well, it's just that I do it every week. So, well, how about we cut it down? Could you cut it down to shorter blocks? So now I think they do 4 weeks on, 1 week off, 4 weeks on, 1 week off. They really like still doing what they did, but they made a change. So you don't necessarily have to change everything. Or perhaps if you're in love with your business right now, tell me, because that is brilliant. And that's how I want you all to be. but you can make little tweaks, you can make little changes. Sometimes you have to be like me and think, it's lockdown, your husband's got early retirement, you're going to retire from being an osteopath in 2023. So I would have been retired now. This is back in 2020. Let's jump now. And I did. For me, though, I was going to nearly said luckily, and then I swiped that out. I already had a business in the background of me running a practice. People ask me how I did so well running my business. So for the last 8 years, and I've retired for 3 years, so I was doing it for 5 years before that, I was mentoring other people how to run their own businesses. So I already had a business in the background. So that's the way I did it. Anyway, what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about it not being a hump day. Number one, tick. Number two, build a business that you want that provides what you want for it. So if you want a Ferrari, if you want a big house, go and build a big business, a business that makes you a lot of money. If you want a business that pays your mortgage, allows you to have holidays, let's say send your kids to private school, whatever it is you want a new car, go and build that. If you want a business that means you work 1 day a week and you have enough money to have 3 holidays a year, go and build that business. But do not let anybody else tell you what type of business or what sort of earning capacity or how that business is. Let anybody else tell you how it should be done, okay? Do it your way. But I would say, if you are wanting lots of things, I like a nice car, I like nice holidays. I was going to say I like a nice house. I haven't got a massive house. I've got a 4-bedroom house and it's a semi-detached. I could maybe wish to be in a detached. I don't. I've got everything I want. I'd like a holiday home by the sea. If you've watched me enough, you know that's what I'm working towards. But that's it. I'm creating what I need. Now, if I wanted more, I would probably have to up my income. And that's a choice, but don't feel the pressure. Right, I'm going to wave at everybody that's on Instagram here. I love the button that I get to wave. Don't feel you have to follow other people's pathways. But also, if you haven't got enough from your business, there's not enough profit from your business to do what you want, and whether that be, work 1 day, work 5 days, have super holidays, have a holiday, never holiday, whatever you want. If it's not enough for that, then you need to make a change. And there are changes you can do. And there are other things that you can build onto a business, or maybe look at how you're running your business. And this is probably where I come into my business mentoring. I would look at how you run your business, where the money's going out, because quite often you can have quite a big turnover and you're not seeing much profit. That's where we need to hone in on. We also need to hone in on structuring your time, structuring your business. So today, this is a new thing I'm going to start. So let's see how this goes. But at the end of every month, I am going to open the doors like this, a little tweak of the doors at the HBclub, and say, if you want to come in for next month, you can. It's no contract, so you can come in. I have to warn you, I have people in that group that have been there for 7. So some of them have been there for the full 8 years. All right. They don't leave. It's a brilliant community. It's a small community. I do not want to be a community that I actually don't know the people in there. I would probably maximum 100 in there. And over the last couple of years of my cancer journey in my business, the numbers have dropped a little bit. So we've got room to have new people in, but I'm not going to be building it so that you are faceless to me. That is not what I want. I don't want to build it so I have a platform that when you come in, you don't see me very often. I don't want to build that. Other people do. And that works really well for other people and other mentors. I am in another business group and it's massive. I do know I'm known by the owner. I do know that. But that's because from prior to joining, I know them. But I don't want to feel like anybody feels like they are not getting my full attention. So that's what I'm growing. It has been open for 8 years. The HBclub is very popular. I love it. And people stay in there. I love it because of the people in there. Now, yes, of course, I'm giving business advice, but mostly it's the people that are in there. They are just such an awesome group of small business owners. And that's where I specialize. I specialize in small people. Now, small people. I don't specialize in. It's funny because I saw Ben's name. He's just said good morning to me on my Facebook feed, I think. And Ben is certainly not small. He's very, very tall. But Ben is in my business group. What I mean is small business owners. So you're either yourself on your own or with 1 or 2 other employees. That's the sort of businesses I've always run. Although I think I had 24, 25 people working for me by the time I'd finished my clinic. But that's who I want to work with. So if that's you and you want to know more, and I seem to be going around in circles here this morning, that's how it is in life sometimes, isn't it? What I'm going to say is, though, I can see there's some people on my feed. Now, not all of you will the comments, depends what feed I'm streaming into. If you're in my business world, in my business club, just put a couple of words for me about what you like about it, because there's nothing like the testimonials from the people in there. So once a month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the doors just a little bit and say, do you want to come in? Now, it doesn't mean the doors are closed for the HB Club. You can join at any time. But what it means is you come in at a point when I'm there to engage with new people and make sure you're okay and make sure you're settled in and make sure you know where to go and make sure you know where the HB zone is, where we put all the past teachers, let you know where you're going to be on a Facebook group that you join to come and find me. I am there to nurture you, and I'm going to do it once a month. What do you think? Good idea? I think it's going to work. I don't want to do it where you have to wait months to join. I also don't want to do it where I'm continually have to tell you about it. So today is the day. If you're on my mailing list, you'll get an email. There'll be a couple of posts later tonight. So I'm going to tell you what's happening in the HB Club next month, because I thought you might like to know. So we always have a Q&A session, a live Q&A session, and that normally happens on a Tuesday. A few different times this month, we're going to lunchtime lives because I'm 5 hours behind you all, and that would otherwise mean I'd be 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. So we're going to do it your time, UK time, 12 p.m. So there's a Q&A. That's the first Tuesday, I think, of the month as we come into it. But also in the HB Club, I'm on call all the time. So if you have a problem or something you need to deal with, a staff issue or, I don't know, a rent issue, or you've got a new idea for your business, or you've stuck with some tech for your online course, you can message me at any time and you just tag me in the group and I share, either provide a new teach or I will go and create one. Okay, that's my job. I want to be like your business buddy who is there when you go, help, I don't know what to do. And I'll say, okay, I've got a few ideas. That's what I want to be for you in the HB Club. So we have a Q&A session, an official one when it's live, but we also have times that you can ask me a question, which is any time. We do have a rule. It's a very serious rule. And it is, there's no such thing as a stupid question, just the question you don't ask. So you never have to feel like you feel a fool or you shouldn't ask that. I will always respond. And the great thing is, because the group is so supportive, you will get so much support from the group as well, which I just love. They are awesome. They make the HB Club. I know my name's on the front of it, but really the club bit is the bit that really makes it work. Setting strategy for your business. We've got that coming in February. After January, it can be really easy to sort of let things slide. You're, the furore of January, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. I never want anybody in my group to get to December and say, January, I was going to do this and I never did it. So it's really good for us to put in some strategy. And February for me is a good time to do that, because you've got over the initial, like January, getting back to work, and you'll either be hyper or a little bit low, whichever it is. In February, I can get hold of you and say, okay, here's what we should set with our strategy. We've got one on confidence. You may have seen a post of mine this week. Confidence is a killer for all business owners. You lose your confidence, you can be the best business owner ever. But if you're not confident enough to put yourself out there or trust in what you believe is right or the way you're going, it's just impossible to run a business. So we're going to do that. You are good enough is what I'm going to be telling the group, and how you can make yourself feel like that. I have to say, the group is brilliant at telling people that. I love it. People put ideas in and people cheer them on, and it's just a nice place to be. I have a rule that there's nobody can be horrible to anybody, and mean, and I have never had to talk to anybody in the group about that. We don't have any snidey stuff in there, just because we don't even let people post in there like, oh, I'm having a terrible day. People can tell us they're having a terrible day and then say, I need some help. What you got? And that's the way we work the HB Club. We've got 10-minute teaches. So every week I do a 10-minute teach. And that is my way of giving you either some tech information, maybe some new updates that are going on social media platforms or websites, etc. And I niche it down into 10 minutes, because I know as a business owner, the last thing you want is a group that you're part of that you've got to spend an hour, 2 hours every week catching up with all the stuff, right? You don't have to do that. So you could, if you wanted to, you can just jip in or even dip in to the 10-minute teaches. So this month we've got Instagram stories. I'm just doing that where I share my phone on the screen, etc. I'm going to be talking you through Instagram stories and how they work, and a few other things that go with Instagram stories, how you can use them, even though they're only lasting for 24 hours. We're going to talk about that. And all the little things you can put on it, like text and stuff like that. We're going to talk about 10-minute teach on building a supportive network. It's really important to have a supportive network. If you work on your own, it can be really easy to be very, very lonely. And I don't want that for any small business owner. So create a network around you, whether it be family, friends, peers, the HBclub, a mentor, whatever it is, and get somebody or some people that you gather together that will support you. And then the last one I'm doing this month is Canva, and it's going to be saving time hacks on Canva. So there's a few quick ways to do things. Like the one that I love is changing the color on all your templates. You can choose a template and you have to go, I've got to go in and put all my branding colors in. I've got like a 2-second way to change all the slides that you've chosen into the color for your brand. I love it. So that's just one of the top tips I'm going to be doing on Canva. And then we always have, every month, we have an effective action week. So this is a slightly different week. We don't do any of the other things. I'm always on call for a Q&A, for a question. You can always do that. But normally we do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm going to confuse you in February. We're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the third week of the month, because I am back in the UK, and we do them really early. Do them at 6:30 a.m. Now, before you panic, you can watch those on catch up. All right. Of course, you can watch them on catch up, but we do them at 6:30. So if you want to, I give you tasks to do for your business. If you've ever done the 10-10 challenge, oh, look, there's a book. Ben, there's a book coming out. There's a book coming out called the 10-10 challenge. If you've ever done it with me, 10 days, 10 challenges. Well, in the effective action week, I give you 4 or 5 challenges for 3 days. Same sort of thing. We'll do some affirmations, some journaling, but I'll give you things like ideas for content, maybe looking at your bios. We've done a lot this month on bios and making sure your links work and making sure your bios are interesting, not boring, all those sort of things, and making sure everything's up to date. I will give you those things to do. And if you want to, if you do it at 6:30 live with me, by 10 to 7 o'clock, you could do another half an hour and get those jobs done and then go off to work. And you choose. It's your choice. You either do it early, or you can catch up later, or catch up at the weekend, or catch up a week later, whatever you like. But this is a way to get your admin, keep your admin going, keeping everything up to date. And quite often it's not you don't know what to do. It's you've forgotten you need to do it, or you've gone, I'm just going to wave to Matt on here. I can see he's on there. It's really, you've not been prompted to do it. And I don't know about you, but I know that it's a little bit different when I'm mentoring people to how to run their businesses, because it makes me quite aware of it. But when I have my own practice and when I've had other businesses, the actual marketing of my business, I'm waving to everybody on Instagram, sorry. The actual marketing of my business was sort of secondary. It has to be a primary for you. But if you can get it done before you actually go and do the job that you love, it's a great feeling to think, I've done that. I've done my social media posts. I'll go back in and comment later, but I've done that. I know my bio, my links are all working. I've done that. I'm up to date with my accounts. I've done that. So that's my job, to come in and say, hey, have you done this? Have you changed your banner? Does your banner, we had this month, so go and check yours. This is a little top tip. This month we did banners, and it was like, does it work on the phone? Most people will look at you on the phone. Does your banner work on the phone? Or have you got too many words on there and they're all coming off the screen, because it's not a good look? So have a look today and then go and adjust. And we spoke about ways to make your banner work, because Canva isn't that friendly for doing it. There are ways to do it. And for getting your picture in your profile. So if you haven't got a big mush of a face in your profile, or a picture of whatever product you've got in your profile, sort it out. Right, my lovely peeps, enough from me. If you want to join the HBclub, guess where you'd find a link, right? I've just been talking about bios, in my bio, all right? Or you can direct message me, or you can tag me in the comments. Now, the only people that I won't see is Instagram. It takes away my comments. So my apologies, Instagram, but I do know that the link is in my bio. So you can go and have a look. There's a landing page there. I have different variations of hair length when you look. If you haven't met me before, 2.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And actually today I am celebrating. I think I have managed a ponytail, but I've gone from phases of being bald to hardly any hair coming back. So you may see me in all sorts of guises on my landing pages. I looked the other day and thought, maybe I need to sort out, when I know what length I'm going to keep my hair, I will redo my photo shoot. Until then, but yeah, let's just celebrate that. Give me a round of applause, give me hearts, give me thumbs up, whatever you need to do. I have a ponytail, and from a girl who even this time last year, didn't have very much hair. It's quite impressive, I think. Right, I've just got here what we've got. Ben says, we've developed great friendship. This is about the HB Club. So I can't imagine the other members not being part of my business world. Yeah. And Ben's a great part of that group. He's very supportive and very knowledgeable. So yes, anyway, that's enough from me. I've rambled on and on and on. Yeah, just 20 minutes. That'll do. That'll do for my life. I'm off for a walk now. If you haven't moved today, I'm all about that in the HB Club as well. Retired osteopath. I'm always going to tell you to move more, to eat well, to get outside. There's like a party going on outside my house. I'm going to see who it is. Right. Thanks so much for listening. I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. Right, my lovely peeps. Thank you so much for watching, whether you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. And Daniela, good way to finish. She's given me a long woohoo, and she says she's just finished her strength training, and she knows that I have strength training. And I've got my Noble top on, but my strength training days, I've got another 3 weeks before I can lift any weights after my last operation. So fingers crossed. Right. Thanks so much. This is the day that the HB Club doors are open. If you want to join. There is no contract. Go and have a look at the landing page. Check it out. If you can't find it, message me. But I'm sure you can, because you're all intelligent business owners. And I will speak to you soon. Woohoo Wednesday next week from the Caribbean. Oh, I can't say that very often.